There's a most extraordinary story going the rounds, and if it's entirely true, I hope it's not, but I fear it might be. If it's true, it suggests that Nadine Dorries has too much time on her hands. As far as I know, she's still a sitting MP, and yet she has time to mess around on Twitter, as she's messed around on Twitter quite a lot of the time over the last year or so. And she's put out a tweet saying that Keir Starmer is likely to become the next Prime Minister. If Labour win the next general election, GE she calls it, the first priority will be to ensure that there will never be a Conservative majority government again. This desire goes all the way back to Moderate Blair. Well, I would have thought it goes all the way back to at least Harold Wilson. It is the desire of a government to make sure that it is in power for as long as possible. Starmer is very much to the left. She says he will make it happen. Now, there's a person called Bob, and Bob says Starmer surely can't do any more to ensure that there will never be another Conservative government than Johnson, Truss and Sunak have already done. Very good point. Very good point. I think Johnson, Truss and Sunak, Sunak we wait to see whether or not he is as damaging to the Conservative cause as Johnson, Truss, and indeed May. I would take it back to Cameron, Johnson, Truss. These are a group of people who have certainly axed the reputation of the Conservative Party and have pretty well confirmed Keir Starmer as the next Prime Minister, together. But then Nadine Dorries replies to Bob Rob Politico. I don't agree, but maybe go discuss with your 15 followers what a snide, snobbish, condescending and utterly inappropriate thing for a former minister and sitting MP to write on Twitter. What a nasty, spiteful little thing that she has written. If indeed it's true, but I suspect it is. But if you come across this on your own Twitter account, please do check to see if it's valid. If it is, please join me in condemning it unreservedly. This is not the way to behave. To belittle somebody else because they don't share your point of view. We know what we think of Miss Dorries's points of view. Gosh, it's extraordinary. I don't understand how she writes her novels, because they don't seem to... Her novels are... I don't like her novels. I've read quite a number of them now. But her novels are sort of page-turners, and there is thought which goes on in them, and there is a clear storyline, a clear plot. In fact, in some ways, I would say she has the edge on Jeffrey Archer. I was reading a Jeffrey Archer book the other day. Turgid twaddle, really. And, it seems to me when I look at the Twitter comments left by La Dorries, and then I look at the pages of her novels, they don't seem to be authored by the same person. That's all I can say.